everybody. Welcome to this episode of Shevolving Life. It's me, Samantha. So glad to have you here. For anyone who's listening and watching this, I'm happy that you're here. I'm so grateful that you're here. As always, I like to remind everyone listening the purpose of the show, which is to remind you of your light, remind you of the well-being, the well of being. Did I just say that? The well of being that is inside of you. We're just finding ways and practices to regularly connect to it on a daily. That's what we do here. Yes. So, what we're going to talk about today is gut health. We're going to get into it because it is such an important topic. I feel like it is pretty almost like just endemic in society to have like gut issues. Like it's just like the norm. I remember when I was working as a labor and delivery nurse and we worked on the night shift, and all of us, the younger ones who were, 20s, we started to have like gut problems because of just the hours that we were working, totally off of the circadian rhythm, right? And then the stress of being young nurses in a pretty demanding field, just the stress of that. I mean, we had like a little ongoing, like, okay, you tried this antacid? Have you tried this? Oh, you need to go over to Walmart and get this brand. You need to go on the back hallway and deliver your gas baby is what we used to always say. Because so many of us had like digestive issues working during that time that we were working. So it's like chronically a problem. I think people don't realize just how much your lifestyle and the stress that you're under affects our digestive system, on top of the types of food that we're eating, which, let's be honest, for the most of us is it could be trash. Especially when we're under stress and in a triggering situation. Our body sort of goes for the quick energy, which is the sugar, the salty, the fatty. Our body just is hardwired to sort of reach for those things that we know is gonna give us that boost of feel goodness, that boost of energy, that boost of endorphins. So we have that piece in addition to the chronic stress we're in. The sympathetic response in our body is set up to divert blood and resources from our guts to our extremities to get us going. Like, can you imagine back in the day when there's, a pack of wolves and the tribe is, needing to mobilize because of an imminent threat? You don't need to be having energy in your gut digesting food and all that kind of stuff. Like, no, you need to get the heck out of there. So all the resources goes to your muscles so that you can move and get going. The problem is our physiology hasn't changed much, even though our lifestyle has dramatically changed as humans. And so our lifestyle now is set up where we are chronically under a degree of stress. There's no like, okay, here is the sort of the danger, and then once the danger is over, you go back to baseline. There's no going back to baseline. And for a lot of us, it's a chronic pattern of this stress that eventually starts to affect our gut. And unfortunately, it's a cycle. So your body is communicating back to your psyche and to your brain when your gut health is bad that, oh, I feel bad. So, something needs to be done about the gut health. Oh, like your bacteria are low. You have the wrong type of bacteria in your gut. And so your body communicates that back, and you start to feel that brain fog, that depression, that sluggishness, or just not feeling like you want to do anything. So it's a feedback loop that you get caught in. So what I want to talk about today is, like, how can you start to move out of that? What can you do? What practices can you do to really start to heal your gut and experience the benefits of having a healed gut, you know? So it's so funny because, most of our immune system is in our gut. And so a lot of the good bacteria that we need to colonize our our digestive system is just not there because of the types of food that we eat. And so over time, in addition to inflammatory foods, it leads to different diseases like leaky gut, like SIBO, which is small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. You have an overgrowth of bad bacteria, overgrowth of yeast, causing problems and inflammation where it shouldn't be. So these are just a couple of the sort of direct things that can happen, direct effects of having poor gut health, but then also a lot of autoimmune disorders and mental health disorders are now being linked to poor gut health. So there's just ample amount of reasons to investigate what's going on with your gut. There's just so, and then like I said, the immunity, folks is getting sick out here, not really knowing how to boost their immune system or support their immune system as we go out in the world and it has to face whatever it has to face. Gut health, is a very important, prominent solution to boosting your immunity for sure. So there's this new study that came out, because I'm a meditation girl. But there's a new study that came out, published in, it says, the General Psychiatry Journal, where it talks about how regular deep meditation can help regulate the gut microbiome, which includes the bacteria, the fungi, and the viruses that live in our digestive tract. So what that's telling me is, what is the meditation really doing? The meditation is helping transition the body and all its physiology from that fight, flight, freeze, stress response, and transition it mentally and physiologically into that rest, digest, heal, reparative, parasympathetic mode. Okay. And let's be honest, some of us have not experienced that parasympathetic mode in a very long time. Even when we try to lay down to go to sleep, it doesn't come. All right. So using meditation as a tool to help transition your body into that state is going to do so much good for your gut health. And it doesn't even have to be a long time. That's the thing. We think it's such a myth that we have to have this huge grand gesture to basically change our habits or change our lives or have a huge impact. It doesn't have to be that way. It literally can be small moments of intention, small moments of quiet and meditation, and small moments of just affirming to yourself, I love you and you're safe. Literally go on your lunch break, go on a break, step out of the office, step out of your home office, literally take a beat and say, I'm safe. relax the body, and say it again, I'm safe. That it's in itself starts to change your physiology. You start to feel it in your body, in your energy field. You start to experience it. And so we just need to do it. We just need to do it. And it doesn't take long. But the impact of doing that, the harvest of that small seed is just so great. It's hands down the bang for the buck is just out of this world. So taking time in meditation is a practical way for us to heal our gut. There's also some corresponding, as far as foods, eating clean as possible. If nature didn't make it, then don't eat it type of thing. Make that be the bulk of your diet, is whole foods from the ground, from the earth, and trying to eat mindfully. Okay, so when you do eat with gratitude and with appreciation and enjoyment of the things that you do love, really sit and savor and take a beat and savor your meal and enjoy the food that you like to enjoy. Like, that is part of setting the stage of your digestion. Like, how many of y'all like eat standing up? I'm super guilty. Like, I actually started a practice where, because I'm working on my health, I was like, okay, I need some guardrails to help me so that I can put in place new practices. So I tell myself, if you on your feet, you do not eat. I know. But if you on your feet, you do not eat. Like, it is a quick, easy way for me to remember, like, hey, like, give yourself a beat and sit down, because you deserve that, and rest while you enjoy your food, and actually send all that energy to your digestion to take care of what it wants to, like, become singular focus on eating. Like, that is the core of mindful eating. So we got meditation practices where we include affirmations of being safe and secure. We got mindful eating, which definitely heals the gut. Eating mindfully, eating from nature, eating clean. And then, of course, there's also when you're really sort of in a reparative state. And as long as you don't have any like allergies, and definitely check with your primary care provider, but starting supplements like a probiotic, a prebiotic, and a postbiotic, which basically means you want the stuff that the bacteria can eat to reproduce and be in a healthy environment. That's the prebiotic, which is usually fiber. Then you have your prebiotic. Then you have your probiotic, which is the actual cultures of the bacteria that help colonize your gut. And then you have the postbiotics, which is basically the substrates and the compounds that get released and after the bacteria have metabolized everything, that are beneficial for us, such as short chain fatty acids is one of them, a supplement, and then like different enzymes. But having a little regimen that's specific for you, where you are basically supporting your gut health back to normal. I'm a big believer in, like, nature has a way of healing itself, and your consciousness has a way of healing itself. So, like, the supplements to me is not the main goal. It is to eat whole and healthy and be mindful, and switch onto that rest, digest, and heal state more and more often. So that's all I have for today. Definitely leave me any questions, comments. I love to get emails from you guys. Email me at Samantha, Samantha@mindfulmochomama.com. If you have any questions, concerns, I'm trying to compile like a Q&A, like top questions that I get video soon. So bring them in, bring them in. Okay, like we always do, we're going to close out with just a little meditation. And this meditation I call Blessing of the Solar Plexus. And the Solar Plexus Energy Center is located right above the navel, which is, and it sort of governs your digestion, and it governs all of those metabolic processes. And for some reason, as soon as I think of it, I think of like just how much we are like digesting things in our environment, like emotions, and just it's a core energy center. And so I'm gonna just let's take a couple minutes with me. If you don't typically spend time with yourself and meditate, this is a perfect opportunity to join in and experience just this concept of loving on yourself, this concept of taking a moment for yourself, and truly engaging in a practice of self-healing. So just get comfortable wherever you are, whether it be in a seat, on the floor, wherever you are. And I want you just to feel supported in your seat. Feel supported wherever you are. Sometimes it helps to just take a bigger breath. Fill your lungs with air, nourishing air, oxygen. Exhale a sigh of relief. Because in this moment, you're safe. Your mind still might want to do what it wants to do and worry about all the things and think about all the things. There'll be time for that later. Tell yourself this is the time for rest. There will be time to worry. There will be time to analyze. There will be time to figure out. There will be time for all of that later. But right now is a time for stillness. I want you to place your hands on that area right above your navel, which is the solar plexus. Feel as your belly rises and falls, expands and contracts. Bring your attention to the fact that your body does this on its own all the time, and how grateful you are for the intelligence of the body. So grateful. So grateful we don't have to think about digestion and think about all the body processes. That there's an intelligence far greater than our conscious thinking that's at play, that we're a part of. With compassion and gratitude, I want you to send love in the form of warm yellow light to your solar plexus, to your belly, to your gut. Imagine that light right underneath your hands. And with every inhale and exhale, that light grows. And contained in that light is love, gratitude, and appreciation. A respect for the work of our digestion. honoring our bodies, honoring the fact that even though we're just going, and not taking time to really stay still and pause, like our body is still showing up for us in the way that it can, given the demands that we put it under. But today and right now, we're honoring our bodies. We're honoring our bellies. We're honoring our gut. And we're loving on it. As you breathe in and breathe out, that light is glowing and growing, encompassing your whole belly, your whole digestive system. That light is now permeated every cell. Every cell is full of love. Every cell is full of appreciation. Every cell is full of gratitude. Whenever you're ready, open your eyes. You can move around a little bit, shake it off a little bit, orient yourself to the place that you're in again, and be here now. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Shevolving Life. Don't forget to click, like, and subscribe. Share with your friends, with your other mama friends, with other women who you know need to hear the message of it's totally okay and necessary to spend time with yourself, to heal your body, mind, soul, and spirit, and connect to your well-being on a regular basis. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.